segue. All right.
And of course, by the way, passive aggressively, I had it on mute for half.
Right. Always in a panic. Always have it on mute because what if people hear us talking while that's up? Saying
So
this.
I don't know if people want to hear us talk. Well, maybe they do actually before the show.
Basically, these are our fake personalities. Before the show is where all the hostility comes out, and he's terrified of people really picking up on that.
Well, I think you should be terrified.
Oh no, I don't think people know that I'm justified. I am justified. Anyway, you guys, so we have two things today. We have a whole Urinetown reunion.
Okay, I'm James Wesley. This is my
Seth.
husband, Seth Rudetsky.
Yet again, it reminds me of when I'm in the South and I go, hi, and someone goes, and I go into a store, I go like, hi, do you know where the blah, blah, blah is? And how are you? Anyway, when they cut me off because I haven't been polite. Yes, I am Seth, and this is James.
Well, we're just assuming that people...
This says James and Seth. They know who we are. Do you know who we are? I'm Seth Rudetsky. That's James Wesley. This is Stars in the House. What up?
And we are here for the Actors Fund. And
today's a really special day. That's why I'm all excited.
Yeah,
we've never done this before. No, basically, we've never done this. We were asked to announce the Drama Desk nominations, which is crazy. That's why I'm so hyper.
That's why you're so hyper?
Also, adult ADD.
Okay.
But the point is, it's such a big deal. I've never announced awards before. But we have a whole Urinetown reunion coming up as well, which is thrilling because that was a hit show.
Yes, yes, sir.
What is Stars in the House?
Well, why don't we just go right in to talking about some money, Seth, because we've gotten amazing donations in, and I want to read just a few and say what our new total is, because we get our new total every day from the Actors Fund. So we want to give a few shout outs because I keep saying it, but one, the Actors Fund is for anyone in the performing arts, any professional in the performing arts, behind the scenes, on stage, music, dance, stage managers, casting directors, anyone in the country, if they need help with rent and health insurance premiums, food, utilities, etc. They're here.
Medical bills.
And we're constantly amazed by the donations. I would say the average donation is like probably at this point, like $25, which is incredible. It's like, so we want to give shout outs to those people who donate the $5 and $10 because they add up. So in fact, I have so many donations here, Seth, I'm going to read purposely the ones that are $10 and under to show that they count. We want to thank Brianna from Colorado, $10. Madeline from Florida, $10. Gabby from Florida, $5. Beth from Ohio, $10. Brianna from Pennsylvania, $10. Jamie from New York, $10. Michael from Tennessee, $10. Allison from Michigan, $5. Christine from Florida, a lot of people from Florida, $5. Claire from Minnesota, $10. Mary from New Jersey. Oh, that's $25, but we'll take that.
Thank you, Mary.
I was just trying to stay on my $5 and $10 theme. Christine from Florida, $5. James from Arizona, $5. It's really incredible how many people donate that. And we know that these are hard times and we want to say thank you. And so it has led to, after 5 weeks, a grand total of $232,240 for the Actors Fund.
And on just the flip side, a shout out, we got an email from Steven and Dennis and Owen in California, who always try to make themed donations. So when we had Les Mis on, they made a donation of $246, $246.01 they made in honor of the Les Mis. So for the Urinetown today, who knows what they're going to do?
That's right.
What else do you have to say? Anything? So
I think that's it because
you can donate at starsinthehouse.com, by the way,
obviously.
here. Whenever you want, go to starsinthehouse.com, donate. It all goes to the Actors Fund. And here are the Drama Desk nominations. So I just want to say at the beginning.
Yes.
There's usually when I've seen this, there's like a team there helping because the point is
publicists from all the shows, right?
I know we're going to mispronounce names of people and names of shows. I just want to apologize in advance. Like if I had a team, I'd be like, oh my God, how's this? So it's a combination of nerves and combination of, I just don't know how to pronounce the right name. So please don't be upset if we pronounce names wrong. Our team is literally our 4 dogs and they do not speak English well, and the cat. So no one's actually here to help. So sorry about that.
So let me take a drink because there are a lot of nominations. Mm-hmm. Seth?
Oh, these are donations on the back. We're
recycling paper. These are tough times. We're recycling paper here.
Am I reading this part?
You're reading where it says Seth, and I'm going to do that, and then you're going to do that. So you go.
We're excited to announce the nominations for the 65th Annual Drama Desk Awards, which celebrates outstanding theater in New York at a time when the New York theater community needs it most.
As Drama Desk co-presidents Charles Wright and David Barber recently said, New York theater is caught in a moment of exceptional uncertainty. In the face of this, the mission of the Drama Desk, recognizing the thousands of artists and craftspeople who make up our community, has never been more urgent.
This year's Drama Desk Awards attest to the New York theater community's vigor and unity. and are dedicated to the memory of former Drama Desk president William Wolfe.
With that in mind, and without further ado, here are the nominations. The nominees for Outstanding Featured Actor in a Play are Victor Almanzar, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven; Esteban Andres Cruz, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven; David Allen Greer, Soldier's Play; Paul Hilton, The Inheritance; Chris Perfetti, Moscow, 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 Moscow.
The nominees for Outstanding Featured Actress in a Play are Patrice Johnson Chavanes, Run Boy Run and In Old Age; Christina Poe, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven; Belange Rodriguez, The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde; Elizabeth Rodriguez, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven; Lois Smith, The Inheritance.
The nominees for Outstanding Featured Actor in a Musical are George Aboud, Emojiland; Christian Borle, Little Shop of Horrors; J. Armstrong Johnson, Scotland, PA; Conrad Ricamora, Soft Power; and Ryan Vasquez, The Wrong Man.
The nominees for Outstanding Featured Actress in a Musical are Yesenia Ayala, West Side Story; Paula Leggett Chase, The Unsinkable Molly Brown; LaChance, The Secret Life of Bees; Elise Allen Lewis, Soft Power; Lauren Patton, Jagged Little Pill.
The nominees for Outstanding Director of a Play are Jessica Blank, Coal Country; Stephen Daldry, The Inheritance; John Ortiz, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven; Tina Satter, Is This a Room? And Erica Schmidt, Macbeth.
The nominees for Outstanding Director of a Musical are Stephen Brackett, A Strange Loop; Thomas Kail, The Wrong Man; Kathleen Marshall, The Unsinkable Molly Brown; Lee Silverman, Soft Power; Annie Tipp, Octet.
The nominees for Outstanding Choreography are Camille A. Brown for Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough; Ana Teresa de Cures Macher, West Side Story; Keon Madrid and Marie Madrid, Beyond Babel; Kathleen Marshall, The Unsinkable Molly Brown; Sonia Tia, Moulin Rouge; and Travis Wall, The Wrong Man.
The nominees for Outstanding Music are Ross Golan, The Wrong Man; Michael R. Jackson, A Strange Loop; Dave Malloy, Octet; Joshua Rosenblum, Einstein's Dreams; Duncan Sheik, The Secret Life of Bees; Janine Tesori, Soft Power.
The nominees for Outstanding Lyrics are Susan Birkenhead, The Secret Life of Bees; Adam Guan, Scotland, PA; Michael R. Jackson, A Strange Loop; Joanne Sidney Lesner and Joshua Rosenblum, Einstein's Dreams; Dave Malloy, Octet; and Mark Saltzman, Romeo and Bernadette.
The nominees for Outstanding Book of a Musical are David Henry Wong, Soft Power; Michael R. Jackson, A Strange Loop; Dave Malloy, Octet; Lynn Nottage, The Secret Life of Bees; Mark Saltzman, Romeo and Bernadette; Dick Scanlon, The Unsinkable Molly Brown.
The nominees for Outstanding Orchestrations are Tom Kitt, Jagged Little Pill; Alex Lacamoire, The Wrong Man; Laura Matisse and Dave Malloy, Octet; David Trube, Danny Trube, John Clancy and Larry Hockman, Soft Power; and Jonathan Tunick, West Side Story.
The nominees for Outstanding Music in a Play are Steve Earle, Coal Country; Frightened Rabbit, Square Go; Jim Harborn, Feral; Martha Redbone, For Colored Girls Who've Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough; Adam Seidel, Jane Bruce, and Daniel Ocanto, Original Sound.
The nominees for Outstanding Scenic Design for a Play are Catherine Cornell, Macbeth; Clint Ramos, Grand Horizons; Adam Rigg, Fefu and Her Friends; Paul Steinberg, Judgment Day; B.T. Whitehill, The Confession of Lily Dare.
The nominees for Outstanding Scenic Design for a Musical are Julian Crouch, Little Shop of Horrors; Anna Luizos, Scotland, PA; Derek McLean, Moulin Rouge; Clint Ramos, Soft Power; Amy Rubin, and Brittany Vasta, Octet.
The nominees for Outstanding Costume Design for a Play are Asa Ben Ali, Blues for an Alabama Sky; Montana Levy Blanco, Fefu and Her Friends; Tony Leslie James, For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough; Anthony McDonald, Judgment Day; Rachel Townsend and Jessica John, The Confession of Lily Dare; and Kay Boyce, Coriolanus. Yes, thank you, Seth.
I know that because of Cole Porter. Kid Corinne and the Coriolanus. Anybody kiss me, Kate? The nominees for Outstanding Costume Design for a Musical are Vanessa Look, Emojiland; Jeff Mashi, Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice; Mark Thompson, Tina, the Tina Turner Musical; Anita Yavich, Soft Power. Catherine Zuber, Moulin Rouge.
The nominees for Outstanding Lighting Design for a Play are Isabella Bird, Heroes of the Fourth Turning, Una Curley, Dr. Ride's American Beach House, Heather Gilbert, The Sound Inside, Mimi Jordan Sharon, Judgment Day, and Ejao Greater Clements.
The nominees for Outstanding Lighting Design for a Musical are Betsy Adams, The Wrong Man, Jane Cox, The Secret Life of Bees, Herrick Goldman, Einstein's Dreams, Bruno Poet, Tina, The Tina Turner Musical, Justin Townsend, Moulin Rouge.
The nominees for Outstanding Projection Design are David Bengali, Einstein's Dreams, Julia Frey, Medea, Luke Halls, West Side Story, Lisa Renkel, Impossible, and Emojiland, and Hannah, Seth, you're going to have to help me.
Hannah Wazaleski.
There we go, Fires in the Mirror.
The nominees for Outstanding Sound Design for a Play are Paul Arditi and Christopher Reed, The Inheritance, Justin Ellington, Heroes of the Fourth Turning, Mikhail Fixel, Dana H., Palmer Hefferon, Fefu and Her Friends, Lee Kinney, and Sune Yamada, Is This a Room?
The nominees for Outstanding Sound Design for a Musical are Tom Gibbons, West Side Story, Kai Harada, Soft Power, Peter Helinsky, Moulin Rouge, Hidenori Nakajo, Octet, and Nevin Steinberg, The Wrong Man.
The nominees for Outstanding Wig and Hair Design are Campbell Young Associates, Tina, The Tina Turner Musical, Cookie Jordan, Fefu and Her Friends, Nikia Mathis, Stew, Tom Watson, The Great Society, Bobby Zlotnick, Emojiland.
The nominees for Outstanding Solo Performance are David Kale, We're Only Alive for a Short Amount of Time, Kate Del Castillo, The Way She Spoke, Laura Linney, My Name is Lucy Barton, Jacqueline Novick, Get on Your Knees, and Deirdre O'Connell, Dana H.
The nominees for Unique Theatrical Experience are Beyond Babel, Feral, Is This a Room, Midsummer, A Banquet.
The nominees for Outstanding Fight Choreography are Vicky Manderson, Square Go, Thomas Shaw, A Soldier's Play, Uncle Dave's Fight House, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven.
The nominees for Outstanding Adaptation are
Adaptation.
You're right. The nominees for Outstanding Adaptation are A Christmas Carol by Jack Thorne, Judgment Day by Christopher Shin, Mojada by Luis Alfaro, Moscow, let me try it.
There's 6.
Moscow by Holly Pfeiffer.
The nominees for Outstanding Puppet Design are Raphael Mishler, Tumaco, Rockefeller Productions, Paddington Gets in a Jam, and Amanda Villalobos, Is This a Room?
The nominees for Outstanding Actor in a Play are Charles Bush, The Confession of Lily Dare, Edmund Donovan, Greater Clements, Raul Esparza, Seared, Francis Jew, Cambodian Rock Band, Trini Sandoval, 72 Miles to Go, Kyle Solar, The Inheritance.
The nominees for Outstanding Actress in a Play are Rose Byrne, Medea, Liza Colon Zayas, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven, Emily Davis, Is This a Room, April Mathis, Tony Stone, and Ruth Nega Hamlet.
The nominees for Outstanding Actor in a Musical are David Aaron Damane, The Unsinkable Molly Brown, Chris Dwan, Enter Laughing, Joshua Henry, The Wrong Man, Francis Jew, Soft Power, Larry Owens, A Strange Loop.
The nominees for Outstanding Actress in a Musical are Tammy Blanchard, Little Shop of Horrors, Beth Malone, The Unsinkable Molly Brown. Seth, take this.
Sekhan Sengwa, The Secret Life of Bees.
Elizabeth Stanley, Jagged Little Pill, and Adrienne Warren, Tina, The Tina Turner Musical.
The nominees for Outstanding Revival of a Play are Fefu and Her Friends, For Colored Girls Who Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Was Enough, Macbeth, Much Ado About Nothing, A Soldier's Play.
The nominees for Outstanding Revival of a Musical are Little Shop of Horrors, The Unsinkable Molly Brown, West Side Story.
The nominees for Outstanding Play are Cambodian Rock Band, Greater Clements, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven, Heroes of the Fourth Turning, The Inheritance.
And the nominees for Outstanding Musical are Octet, The Secret Life of Bees, Soft Power, A Strange Loop, The Wrong Man. This year's Ensemble Award goes to the 8 pitch-perfect performers in Dave Malloy's a cappella musical Octet. And this year's Sam Norkin Award goes to actress Mary Bacon, who continued her versatile career of compassionate, searing work.
And this is odd for us to read, but it's very nice. This year's special award goes to the Actors Fund, Seth Rudetsky, and James Wesley for connecting members of the theater community and lifting spirits during the coronavirus crisis. The Public Theater's mobile unit, which tours free Shakespeare throughout the 5 boroughs. And WP Theater and Julia Miles, the company's founder, who died this spring.
And Claire Warden for her pioneering work as an intimacy choreographer. And that's it. Congratulations to all of the nominees and special award nominees. The 65th annual honorees, the 65th annual Drama Desk Awards will be announced on Sunday, May 31st. For additional details over the coming weeks, visit dramadeskawards.com and follow at Drama Desk Awards on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
So just so you know, we were so nervous that we were going to like be happy that our friends were nominated that I've never been more blank faced and shut down emotionally because I don't want to be like, oh my God. So like completely. So if you think that we're like bored, we're not. I'm just trying to hold all my emotion back.
I think that's why I was like stumbling. I did much better in rehearsal, Seth. It's like because we know some of the people.
Yeah, I just felt all this
and
pressure.
We're trying to be very.
I have nothing in this game. It was
very up me.
Yeah, so I was shut down emotionally.
But
so congratulations!
Really, congratulations! Now we can be.
Yeah, to everybody.
Congratulations to everyone, and
especially all of our pals that got nominated. It was great to get to read your names.
That's right.
And some of our pals' names I forgot how to pronounce them, even though
I noticed that. Sorry. I didn't want to bust you during the thing. I know, right? It's more nerve-wracking than you think.
So congratulations, Drama Desk nominations. I'm glad that there's some normalcy in the theater.
That's what I was thinking too, and I think that's why I was a little bit nervous reading them, and it was actually emotional, Seth, because it felt like the times that we've heard the nominations before. When things were normal, and I found myself strangely emotional reading them because it felt normal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my, we try to be pretty straightforward and honest here, and because that's what we appreciate when our guests are and what's going on when we ask them, what are you doing to stay healthy? And a lot of people are actually very open in sharing their depression and anxiety and what's going on. And so to read that, to have a sense of normalcy was actually much more emotional than I expected it to be. So
now let's lift it up with our original cast reunion.
That was uplifting. I'm just like,
no, it was.
You mean uplift my being a downer? Is that what you're talking
I gotta
about?
be honest. You brought me the hell down. But regardless.
Okay. Hold on, so do we have we can have everyone on screen, right?
I think so.
I think we can.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I don't think we went over. I don't think
that's always an added little stress when we have people backstage.
We can get them all.
We always feel bad that we have to like put people backstage and not on, so I love it. Okay.
That's fine.
Great.
So we have the original Officer Lockstock, Jeff McCarthy. Hi, Jeffy.
Hey.
I like
Happy day to you all.
Your earbuds. We have
we had to. It's the law, apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have the original ingenue, Jennifer Laura Thompson. Hi, Jen. What are you scared of? To be on. Hi, girl.
I scared myself.
I don't know why. We have.
Oh God.
It's all quote unquote good. We have Miss Penelope Pennywise. Hi, Nance.
Hi, Nancy Opal.
Hi, guys. I'm having weird little ding things happening, and I don't know how to turn them.
Oh, you have to put it on.
That's always been the case, hasn't it, man?
Yeah.
Put it on do not disturb.
Well, but no, I'm talking about my computer because I'm on my computer right now.
Right.
Can you do not disturb your computer too?
Yeah, you can do not disturb on your computer. It's in the top
left,
right in the top right corner. I'm almost positive that's what Dave used to tell us. David would tell me.
Yes.
Look in the top right.
Okay, well, Jeff will explain.
Okay, Jeff knows everything.
On your Chrome or on your Safari, there are 3 bars way up in the right-hand corner.
Okay.
Drag that down. It says notifications.
Yeah, notifications.
And then somewhere in there, notifications. It says do not disturb. Turn that on.
I don't see that.
You know.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Jeffy.
Yay.
Yes.
He was always the leader of the cast. And then we have little Sally herself, all the way. I think she's on the West Coast right now. The lovely Spencer Caden. Hey, Spence.
Hi.
Hey.
And then we have Bobby Strong, who's still got that thick hair. Please welcome the wonderful Hunter Foster.
There he is.
Hi, guys.
Sure.
Move you guys closer.
There we go.
Hi, all Urinetown people. How are you all?
Good.
Hi.
Jennifer's
Hi.
microphone is off, though, I think.
Oh, sorry. Passive
Oh.
aggressive. Hold on.
I think she has.
Oh, hey, listen, I forgot to tell
Okay.
you
There
guys.
you go.
Basically, on this platform, you can't speak at the same time as someone else, or else, and both voices get cut out. So basically, there has to be a lot of enthusiastic nodding, and then you can speak. But just so you know, you have to be like before you speak. So
Right.
Jimmy,
Okay.
what do you want to do?
Hunter looks about 21 years old. What
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's urine. It's actual pee.
Oh, I see.
He's anti-aging.
Anti-aging.
So what are you guys doing to stay healthy during this? We've been in self-quarantine here for 5
weeks.
plus weeks.
Yeah,
What
5.5 weeks.
do you guys, how are you guys handling? What are you doing? What can you share? Jeff, I'll start
I
with you.
am in Montana. I came up here to play Cyrano de Bergerac. It got shut down in the second tech dress, but I've stayed up here to avoid Death Central down there with you all.
I hear you. So are you in a
Here I
hotel?
am, probably for another week or 2 weeks, something.
Are you in a hotel? Are you like in a bed and breakfast?
No. I'm staying with a dear friend.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Yeah,
Very
and we've
nice.
been riding bikes in the mountains. It's been great. I mean, actually, a fantastic. I'd spent very little time in Montana prior to this.
Hmm.
Well, let's counteract the Montanans. Jennifer,
Yeah.
you're on the Upper West Side. How are you handling it? What are you doing for yourself?
It's strange because I've been trying to remain calm, and then every now and then I just have a total meltdown because the loss of control is so palpable. And but the Upper West Side is vigilant, so we see almost everyone has masks. Everybody's social distancing. I found my grocery store that's usually pretty empty. And then I panic, disinfect when I get home.
Yeah.
I wiped everything down.
Right.
And I've been cooking like crazy. I'm a
Like
really good cook.
Healthy cooking, or like you finally get to make those cheese and butter
No.
dishes?
Good, really good cooking, like cilantro chicken thighs and like Indian food, chicken tikka masala. I don't know. I can do anything.
Go for it, girl. Nancy Opal, you're a Midtown lady. How's it there?
Zombie apocalypse.
Is it?
Yes, you guys, it's scary in my neighborhood. You know, there are days I look out and I go, oh, it's such a pretty sunny day. And I go, I'm not going out there with those folks, because what you'll see is you'll see an occasional person, you know, walking their dog, which of course I do too. But I don't really have a great sense of wanting to go outside because there's not really much left in Midtown. You want to even, you know, have eye contact with is what's happening now. It's just scary. It's just scary.
You know, we're about an hour outside the city, so it's like for our grocery store experience, we like call the local business, and like I just came back home, and I ask them what I want, and they're great, and Tammy's wonderful, and then I'll come and she'll put it in our trunk and we go. But like, so we don't really navigate the grocery stores that much. But how is it in Midtown?
I don't go out.
So you get things delivered?
Yeah, and that's not easy either.
Yeah,
It's been pretty challenging, actually.
right.
Because, you know, I used to always just get from Fresh Direct and those kind of places, all sold out. Peapod, all sold out. Everybody's sold out. So you just have to get lucky. And like, if you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning or something, go, let me see if I can get it delivered.
Wow.
It's been kind of like that. So
I think Jennifer's willing to cook for you and deliver. So thank you, Jen.
I think the chicken tikka, the tikka masala sounds really good.
She's just saying. Spencer Caden, the first question is, someone just wrote, what is behind Spencer Caden? It looks like an X-ray.
That is true.
What is that?
Oh, it's a piece of blown up photography. art.
Oh,
It's
Wait,
mommy
I'm
and
bad at
son.
I'm bad at angles.
It's her son Haskell with her.
It's
Here,
not
let's see if we
funny
can see
boy.
it better here.
Wait, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
a little bit better
yeah.
that way.
Okay.
Okay, but we
Yeah,
want
I
to
can
see you
close
up
up.
close. Okay.
So Spencer,
how old is he now?
Almost 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Because 2005. So Spence, you're in California, right?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Angeles. So what are you doing to sort of keep healthy physically, emotionally, whatnotness?
I stare lovingly into the eyes of my dogs a lot.
Seriously.
Without the dogs, this would be a whole different thing. Not only I'd take them for walks, but just like there's a lot of just like.
Is Mark
petting.
home with you, Spencer?
Yeah, Mark is here. He's
good.
Driving a blood van for the Red Cross every day,
Wow.
delivering blood to Southland hospitals. But yeah, we're all here together, so that's lucky.
And Hunty, where are you? Upstate? Where are you right now? Midtown?
No, I'm in Syracuse.
You are.
Talk about because you're running your theater still, right?
Yeah, we were in the middle of doing Fences, and when the whole thing sort of happened, and we had to make a decision to cancel the show, and then we had to lay off people. Had to tell people, we had to lay people off, which was a whole other thing. We're still sort of operating. We're trying to put online content. So I taught a class the other day online, a monologue class, which was challenging, and then we're going to teach a teen class this week. So we're still trying to engage as much as we can. And then Jen is here, and she's doing a lot of equity stuff because she's the vice president. So it's kind of like we're just on Zoom constantly, like all day. So yeah, but I will say it's much. It's not so bad up here. We only have about 400 total cases in the city. So. But everyone here though is everyone's wearing masks, everyone's wearing gloves. Even though it's not, I was worried that because the cases were so low that people were going to revolt like they're doing other places. But people have been very good here, so it's been okay.
So Hunter,
I ran into Hunter just recently. He says he's doing a revival of Urinetown, so that could be work for all of us.
Yes. Yeah. We have just secured the rights, and the press release is going out today. We're going to open our 21-22 season with Urinetown, which will be on the 20th anniversary of the show. We're going to do it next 21-22.
What's the name of your theater? Red Barn?
Red House.
Red House. Is it one word?
Yeah.
And is it .com?
TheRedHouse.org.
Hold on, I want to just put it up.
Well, that was actually my question, Hunter. I mean, it's like when are you planning, or are you able to plan your season? Like how are you doing that?
Well, we had Fences was our show that we were supposed to do next, and then Fun Home was supposed to be our show for the end of the season, and then we had to cancel both those shows, and then so now we're toying about where they're going to go into next season, but the next season has to be moved around because we had already planned that, and people were buying tickets for that, so. We're still trying to figure it out. And again, we don't know. We have no idea, like, even because we're not supposed to have a show till September, but who knows how things are going to be in September. So we're trying to figure out, can we do safe distance seating? Like we're trying to do different configurations where people can sit apart.
Right.
Do you take temperatures on the way in? Do people wear another thing? I was talking to a friend of mine who's a producer, and they're already starting to think about merchandising masks that have like the Wicked logo, or
wow,
smart.
I mean, do you have Zoom conferences with other artistic directors, and you all kind of try to figure it out together, or how does that work?
Yeah, we've had several sort of big, and we've gotten more and more people, and I really feel bad for the summer theaters. They're the ones that are really getting, because they've all canceled. I mean,
I have to,
and so they're just. Everyone's scrambling, and they're really scared. And it's I feel bad for the theaters because these people have a misconception that theaters have a lot of money, and they don't, and they're just sort of skating on the edge all the time. And for a summer theater to lose all this revenue for a season is just devastating. So we may lose some.
Yeah, we've been telling people, we've been asking people not to get refunds if they've already bought tickets for a show that's been canceled, like Fun Homes, you just try not to get the refund. That way the theaters can actually use the money. Have people said, keep my money instead? Have any of your patrons said that?
Well, we've only postponed them because we were hoping to maybe do them. So everyone has been, I think we've had like a couple of people have asked for their money back. For the most part, people have been pretty generous, and they're like, we'll wait, we'll donate. So people have been really good about the whole thing, which is nice. Yeah.
Okay, well, we got to focus on your fabulous show. So Let's go back. Let me see what clips I have. Of course, I didn't quite. I think this is what I want. So this is just a general sense of Officer Lockstock and Little Sally and sort of the style of the show, which is it's a show, but there's also kind of a deconstruction of the show happening as the show is happening. I think this is the right clip I want. Let me see this.
A shortage so awful that private toilets eventually became unthinkable. A premise so absurd.
Whoa there, Little Sally, not all at once. They'll hear more about the water shortage, but in the next scene.
Oh, I guess you don't want to overload them with too much exposition, huh?
Everything in its time, Little Sally. You're too young to understand it now, but nothing can kill a show like too much exposition.
How about bad subject matter? Or a bad title even, that could kill a show pretty good.
Exactly. So I would love to first talk to Hunter about this because I know some of this. So Hunter, when you were cast in Urinetown, can you discuss what would happen when you would tell people the show you were in?
Well, sometimes I would say, well, I'm in this show and it's about pee. And they would say what it was called. I was like, what's it called? Urinetown. I wouldn't say that. I had no idea what I got myself into. And my agent tried to talk me out of it. And then I even came home to Jen, my wife, and I said, so I got cast in a show called Urinetown, and she sort of stared blankly at me, and she's like, what? And she goes, Hunter, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Cut to, she was in the original cast on Broadway.
Yeah, exactly.
Spencer Caden, were you in it from the Fringe Festival version?
It was written for Spencer, this role.
How did that happen?
I know Greg Codis and Mark Holman from Chicago.
And they're watching.
Oh, hi guys.
Oh, hi.
So
But
they knew your style?
say what?
They knew your style. You're like, they wrote.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a theater company with Greg Codis and his wife, Anne Halle, for years. And so I've been performing Greg's material. So it was sort of just, it all made sense to me immediately.
But
I was like, oh, wow, they just wrote a musical. How'd they do that? I don't know. Let's do it. Okay.
Because you weren't a musical theater girl.
No, I can't sing.
You're a comedy chick.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what I am. I'm just a girl.
I can't. Jennifer Laura Thompson, how did you get involved? You were in the courthouse version, right?
We all were.
Yeah.
Well, everybody was. Okay, yeah.
I did maybe the second sit-down reading, to present to like producers, and I was in love with the piece, to be honest, from the beginning. As weird as the title was, I thought it was so fucking smart, and I think that you have to be smart to appreciate the humor, and so I got to do the reading, and my agent also did not encourage me at first until we were very successful. And then didn't drag me. I don't know. I forgot the question. I'm so flustered.
No, just to ask when you first got involved. So you got involved in a reading. So it was after the Fringe Festival, but then before the courthouse version. So yeah, people are watching don't know. Urinetown, when I first saw it, was presented in a theater that was half theater, half active courthouse. Literally a courthouse. Now, Jeff, would you ever see would you see people going to court ever at the theater, like in the stairway?
You had to pass through a police station to get to the theater, which was upstairs. And I have to tell you, and I've told this story before, John Cullum and I, when we were rehearsing at the Dodger space, we were off in an anteroom. They were doing Snuff That Girl out rehearsing that. Neither he or I were in that, of course. And we were both hating it. John Cullum and I agreed, like, what the fuck are we doing in this thing? And why did you do it, John? Well, my manager said, why did you do it, Jeff? My agent said, blah, blah, blah. We literally, at that moment, left that room, came in where they were finishing Snuff That Girl. And it was at that moment the window opened and the show began to make sense to us. And it was a upward trajectory from that moment.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Well, on the first day of rehearsal, we all had a 1 week out. You guys remember that? And they said, now regarding your 2 week out, we went, no, wait a minute. It's a 1 week out. Because I think a lot of people wanted the hell out of there, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, but we fell in love with it. And this was the greatest ensemble I've ever been part of. I mean, I love this cast a lot,
You were all big Broadway vets. Like Nancy, you would come from Broadway. How did they sucker you into the show?
They just asked. I was with John Rando. I mean, John Rando said, "Hey, I'm working on this thing. It's called Urinetown. Don't make any decisions on that. I'm going to send you the script." And I said, "Great, and I'll read it." You know when he told me that, it was the millennium. It was a millennium, like in 1999 to 2000 cocktail party. He said, "Hey, we're going to do this thing. Please, would you just tell me what you think when you get it?" Well, this was back in the days when you still had to have something delivered. So I got the script and I got the Fringe Festival little CD and I put it down. I started reading and I went, "Oh, this is fantastic." It never occurred to me that it was anything but fantastic. Now I have a funny story about Jeff. So we're in rehearsal, about the same time he's referring to. And he would like sidle up to me, sort of voce say, "Is this funny?" And I'd say, "Yeah, it's really funny." And then he'd say, "Am I funny?"
Really? I don't remember.
Yes, you're funny too. You're all funny.
It's surreal. And then Nancy, so you didn't play the role at the Fringe Festival, right?
No. I joined the same time that Jen did. We did that funny reading. Yeah, and of course Spencer was there too. But we did that funny readings in some sort of little black boxy kind of a place, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Colum was not part of it. It was the guy from Wings. What's his name? The actor.
Oh,
Steven
Weber?
Steven Weber?
No,
No.
Howard.
Tony
No,
It was what? I'm sorry.
Tony Shalhoub?
No. It's like David Ogden Steyer.
Oh, Stram. Hanks.
Stram.
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 He was part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we had that song about Rio that was cut and replaced with the clap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But Nancy, surely nobody sang "Privilege to Pee" in that key at the Fringe Festival. Was that song like created for your freak ass voice?
Oh yes, it was written in that key.
Oh,
It was written in that key. And no, but you have to understand, I don't know the performer's name, but when she would get to the politicians, she'd just flip over into head voice. Right? So she'd go, "The politician," and I was going like, "Oh gosh, I can't do it that way," because I couldn't imagine having to flip back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So when we were doing the reading, Eddie Strauss, may he rest in peace, was teaching me the song. And I said, "Hey, Eddie, is it okay if I just kind of like belt the whole thing?" And he went, "Let's give it a try." So we did, and I learned it. And I said, "You know what? Let's have Mark." Okay, so let's have Mark and Greg come in, and they're going to listen to it. So they come in, and Eddie goes, "Okay, so Nancy's thinking she'd like to belt the whole thing," and they kind of went like this. So that's how that happened. And it's not that I thought it was just like so great. It was the only way I could think of to do it in a seamless sort of character driven way. It just didn't occur to me that you could do it any other way. So that's the way it happened.
I have a little memory of that. I think this is it.
The good Lord made us, so we piss each day until we piss away. The good Lord made sure that what goes in bed will soon come out again. So you're no different from lowly me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Nancy.
Jennifer, as a fellow Beltrist, what did you think of when you first heard Nancy sing that?
What?
What did you, as a fellow Beltrist, what did you think
Well,
of?
I'm not a belter like her. I never have been. And I'd be flipping it. I'd be flipping it every night.
That's for the Red Hunters Theater, as we say in the business. Okay, so hold on. So you all wound up doing it in this courthouse, and like I was saying, like, did any convicts just wander into the audience one day?
Not in the audience,
Well-
but backstage. I mean, we would
There
go
was
upstairs, and they would be there in little vests.
there was one.
We shared one bathroom. You guys remember that? All of us, the men and women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a story about this. So Kay Walby, who played my ma, and so we were kind of like we were all men and women sharing, the bathroom, and sometimes you have to do certain things in the bathroom. And I'll never forget. I came into the bathroom, and Kay came running in and went into the stall, and she was obviously doing number 2, and I said, "Kay, are you pooping?" She goes, "You're damn right, I'm pooping. Get over it." So we had to get over it. Yeah.
That's off Broadway.
Yep.
And then, so when you were running off Broadway, when did you guys find out? I'm sure you never expected it to go to Broadway. When did you find out it was going to go to Broadway? Spencer, like, who told you? Did Greg tell you in advance? Did you get the inside scoop?
No, I remember there was an announcement. We were all there because it had been sort of these rumbles of it, and we were waiting. In my memory, we were waiting to find out if we were going to be extended off Broadway or if we were going to take a break and then move to Broadway. And I'd never been on Broadway, or even I'd rarely been above 14th Street, so I didn't all of this was like, huh? So I remember them announcing it, and everyone was cheering, and I was kind of like, I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. Like it was all a mystery to me.
And what was it like?
Yeah, did it feel any different being on Broadway than off Broadway?
The stage was smaller on Broadway than the police station stage.
Yeah.
We had to get used to that, just literally, as far as differences.
And also, me and Spencer. So the place was sort of a wreck, the Henry Miller's Theater, and so Spencer and I used to. I think it was the top of Act 2 or someplace in Act 2. We had to go underneath the stage all the way to the back of the house and come in. And remember the rat traps? So there was literally like you'd walk down the hallway and there's like dead rats in traps and blood everywhere. Yeah, this is a Broadway show on our way to the stage.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
Do you all remember when Stage left spot operator whose name I can't remember?
Yes,
he was on the catwalk above the audience members, and he got sick and vomited on the audience.
Yes, and the audience, like 10 people got covered in vomit, and all they wanted in exchange for that was complimentary T-shirts. And we gave it.
And Spencer's dog came on stage.
Whose dog?
Right.
My dog.
Spencer's dog. We were doing it was during Jen and I's number. What's
Follow
the
Your
heart? Follow Your Heart. So we're up. And all of a sudden, I hear this rattling in the audience. The audience is laughing at, and then Jen's eyes. She was like, and I was like, "What is going on?" And I looked down, and Spencer's dog is walking around the stage. Yeah, I thought it was a poltergeist. And then Spencer's dog came on, and then made an appearance, and then left. Went off to stage right.
Yes,
but I think the dog had gotten down I think it was on the 5th floor and gotten all the way down.
He squeezed out of my dressing room. I went up to check on him. He squeezed out. I chased him down like 4 flights of stairs and then lost him because he had gone down from the 2nd floor into the audience and then trotted up the aisle onto the stage.
Because he saw you on stage, and so he was like, "Oh, there's mommy."
No, I wasn't on stage. He was just wandering around.
But he just needed to go on stage. Okay.
Yeah.
But he came up right at the end of our number, so we finished the number, and then we sort of had a weird applause because the dog was making his way. But I think people thought it was a part of the show.
It was very casual. Yeah, he just then trotted off onto the side, and I heard one of the stage managers like, "We got him! We got him!"
I'm sure they thought the vomit was part of the show because it's like Urinetown. They were just like, whatever. Now, speaking of Follow Your Heart, that's actually one of the jokes I remember when I really was like, I really appreciated the humor of the show. I was like, this is really special humor because you don't ever really see ingenues actually being funny. And Jen, I thought your timing was so funny that with Hunter. I have the moment that I remember I saw it off Broadway. I was like, oh, this is really special humor. It was this moment.
I don't know. I don't know how to listen to my heart.
You have to listen carefully. Here, let me try.
Do you hear me?
That I was so obsessed with that. You cutting him off. I was so hilarious.
Oh God.
Was that in the script or was that improv in a rehearsal?
Yeah, it was in the script.
Wow.
I think it's, however you chose to do it, it's up in the air, but it was definitely in the script.
Greg Kotis told me early on when we were in rehearsal, he said, I tried to write a bad musical really well. That was brilliant.
And John Rando very early on directed us to treat it like it was a Law and Order episode.
Right.
Oh, that's
It was
right.
always
Oh, yeah.
done
Play it like a Law and Order episode.
very
yeah.
seriously.
Yeah, that's the best way to do that kind of comedy is to just play it completely real. And that's you guys were so committed to that. Even though there was such a heightened sense. Nancy, what was your warning to Bobby Strong about your head? Get your head out.
Oh, yeah. It was like, let's see.
Oh, get your head out of the clouds.
Get your head out of the clouds, Bobby Strong. Get it out of the clouds.
It was so aggressive.
Like, you got a sweet looking head, Bobby Strong.
Yeah, right.
That's very Kotis.
Who are some of the fun, famous people that came to see you guys on Broadway?
Everybody in town came to see this thing.
I was so Joanne Worley came. I'd worked with Joanne Worley. You'll appreciate this. In Greece, we did Greece, right? So
Thank you. Sorry.
right. So then we all sorts of famous people had come, and so at the top of Act 2, I was like going in the audience, and I think it was me and Kay Walby, and we're in character, and we're like looking around, and we're going. All of a sudden, this arm grabs me, pulls me down, and I'm in her lap, and it's Joanne Worley, and she grabs me by the face and says, "I just want to let you know you're doing a great job."
Oh my God.
During
Mike
the scene,
Nichols,
like I was in,
Carol Burnett, it was unbelievable. Everybody in the world came to this thing. Yeah.
And then
who
what
was it? From Friends, the tall, skinny guy with the dark hair. He and
David
his girlfriend.
Schwimmer.
Yeah, he made out during a good part of the show out in the audience with whoever he came with. I'll never
Wait,
forget
because
that.
the show is so sexy?
Apparently.
Yeah, it's hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not expect that
Yeah,
story.
no.
I hope he's not listening.
You never know. And then what was it like doing the Tony Awards? Hunter, I guess it was your second Tony Awards because you were done Grease already on the Tony Awards. Oh, you didn't do Footloose though, did you? Was Footloose on the Tony Awards?
no, we didn't get nominated.
And then so
Right?
no, I don't think so, dear.
Okay.
So it was your second. Spencer's your first. Nancy, have you done the Tony Awards ever?
Evita, Sunday in the Park with George, which we only had a filmed thing for that.
Oh, Evita, because you were in New Argentina. I forgot. Of course.
Yeah, I totally stepped on Mary Tyler Moore backstage on my way out.
Yeah, she came. That's right.
She came to the show too. And Jennifer, was it your first Tony Awards?
Mm-hmm. And I was gagged on stage the whole
That's what I think. Let me see.
That was my first.
Clip. Hold on before. So
There it
I love this moment because it's such a clever idea for you to be gagged, but also weirdly doing the choreography. Who thought of that? Hilarious. Was that John Rando? Who was that?
I don't know.
I think it was
I mean-
you.
Was it me?
I think it
I
probably
think it might have been. Yeah.
Take credit for it. Yeah.
It's so
Yep.
clever that you're committing to All Tied Up. And Spencer, you're so Jane Fonda. Like, you know when they say like lift those knees in boot camp? Your knees are so high. I was so impressed with your cardio skills. Here,
I'm very committed.
it's really good. Here, take a gander. I love this moment.
My friends, you have to run, free to run away. That freedom zone will shine someday. Till then, you better run. Hallelujah. With the wind in your hair, you run to freedom's glory.
Okay, that's Step Hunter.
This is heaven.
I can see why David Schwimmer made out. That was a very sexy movie.
Yeah,
Hunter.
yeah. Sexy.
What were your parents thinking? Because it was the same year that Sutton was on. Were your parents freaking out that both their children were on the Tony Awards the same year?
I mean, that's complicated, but yeah. I mean,
I get it.
I mean, yes. I'm sure. Yes.
On some level.
On some level.
And we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
What
son.
was it like for you, Hunter, doing that number? Were you know, because to me, it's like, oh, I do this 8 times a week, but then you go, oh my God, this is being filmed. Were you like, oh my God, this is being filmed forever?
Well, when they asked me to do it, I was kind of like, oh yeah, I'll do it, no big deal. And then we rehearsed it, and then like as we kept getting closer to the date, I was like not sleeping and waking up in the middle of the night thinking about it. And then there was a moment like right before I had to go over to the theater, and I was like, if I just jump out of the bus, I could run down the street, and then Victor Hawks could do it, and I wouldn't have to do it. Because it didn't hit me till that day, and then I remember I was visibly shaking before the curtain opened. I was just so worried I was going to screw it up and it was going to be there forever. I was going to have like my Leslie Uggams forever on the Tonys. It was the most scared I think I've ever been.
Wow.
A, you don't seem it. B, was the number truncated in any way for the Tonys, or was it as it was on Broadway?
Was it? I don't remember.
I don't think it was truncated.
Broadway, because they put us in it too.
Oh,
Right,
fun
right.
for you.
And all the understudies, everybody was.
It was the worst thing. I was terrified because I just learned this choreo.
Right.
And I was up on the top going, oh my God, I hope no cameras come up this way. Because, you're standing out in front of all these people and you've literally never done it for people, is what we were doing.
Oh, it's so scary. Here's the ending, which is so fun, and I love that it cuts to Jeff and Spencer again.
I said freedom.
Oh wait, before I do it, Hunter, were you more nervous about the falsetto-y note or the belted note?
Oh God, both. Both. And I don't hit it well at all. It's not. I did. Yeah, I was so fried by that point.
I think you sound great. Here, let's watch.
I said freedom. I said freedom.
But the title's still awful.
Yes, little Sally? Yes, it is. Oh, well.
It's so good. And there's such love in that theater for the show. I mean, did you guys just feel all that love?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Jeff
did.
first came out, the audience went crazy, if I remember.
It was
So nice.
And this is really dirty, but a bunch of people in Thoroughly Modern Millie came over and apologized to us for winning the Tony. Seriously, several people said, you guys should have won it. We shouldn't have won it. But we were all standing outside on the street because all the cast, they only allowed 2 or 3 casts downstage. And Mary Tyler Moore gets out of a limousine and we're all out there. Do you remember? Were you there, Hunter?
Oh, I remember that.
We were like, oh, look, Mary Tyler Moore. And it never occurred to any of us why she was there. She was there to announce that Thoroughly Modern Millie had won, right?
I was with someone, though, Jeff, when we saw her. We did the same thing. Like, oh, it's Mary Tyler Moore. It was either with Victor or someone, and we were backstage, and it hit us at the same time. We were like, oh, no.
That's right.
we were like, oh, great. Yeah. Yeah, I remember they had us. I think us and Millie were, like, off stage, and then they had another show that was like at the stage door, and I can't remember who was up. And then the 4th show was like on the bus. So like we were.
It was Marvin Hamish's thing. What with Kelly O'Hara? What was that?
Oh,
with John Lithgow.
Sweet Smell of Success.
That was the other one.
Yeah. I can't think of what the 4th one. Sweet Smell. What was the other show?
Don't remember.
Millie.
Not Sunset. No.
Almost 20 years ago. And then what was it after you guys won all those Tonys? Because you won Best Direction, Best Book, Best Musical, Best Music, Best Score, I guess. What was it like? What was the show like on Broadway after that? Did it feel like it went to this other level because you'd won all these Tony Awards?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember. What?
Yeah.
We ran for another
so.
year and a half or something, I think, didn't we? Something like that. Yeah.
Who wound up? Who stayed the longest? Because Nancy, you were replaced by all these amazing belters. But who stayed? Anyone stayed till the end?
I came back for the end, and so did you. You were there, Hunter.
I left and came back.
Yeah, same here.
I love that. And by the way, we just want to say everyone watching, you know, this is still a benefit. So feel free to go to, I keep forgetting to remind people, go to starsinthehouse.com because, you know, the reason everyone's here is because nobody's working. And that's why everyone was available to do. Yeah, everyone was like, I'm available. You go to starsinthehouse.com. And I also want to just say one more time before we're gonna close it fairly soon. But don't forget to go to Hunter's Theater,
Yes,
redhouse.org. And Urinetown's gonna be there soon. And we don't know who the cast is going to be. Are you going to tape your face, Hunter, and play Bobby again?
Tape your face.
Well, I mean, there was this thing a long time ago. I don't know if Codis was talking about it or Rando. I can't remember. And they were saying that if we ever did the revival, they would everyone would just move up an age. Like Jeff would be Cladwell, and I would be Officer Lockstock, and Jen would be yeah. And no, I mean, he was an idea. It was a fun thing. And then he said that Ken Jennings would probably just still play Hot Plates.
Of course, yeah.
I can tell you a quick story about Ken Jennings, who's the most incredible performer. He used to do. I mean, he would only ad lib or like peas and carrots in French.
He would also not pee all day prior to the opening number where they all stood in line waiting to pee. This is a true story. And Ken, are you there? This is a true story.
Because he was a method actor?
He is a method actor, and I love him dearly. Wow. He was going to be in Cyrano here with me, but things happened in his family that stopped him from coming up. But
oh my God. So he just wanted to be as uncomfortable as possible so that he wouldn't have to act as much?
And as soon as that number, the opening number ended, he'd run down and pee in the bathroom at the back of the house. Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
all over the wall.
The show you're forgetting about was a little show called Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, no shit.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I know we all kind of forgot that. Who remembers?
Wow.
But wait, you gave it Red House. So listen, Nancy Opal is up for anything. I made a rickety rackety piano recording.
Hold on. Yep, you did. You did.
And Nancy's going to try to recreate a song from the show, with no technological skill on both of our parts. And
this is bad news, guys. I don't know.
We don't know what's going to happen.
No, we really, really don't know what's going to happen. Let's
By the way, Nancy, you were lauded yesterday. We had the cast of Mrs. Doubtfire on because they were on their third preview when Broadway shut down. And Rob McClure was saying that when they recorded the album for Honeymoon in Vegas, they began at 8:30 in the morning. And everyone was like, no one's going to show up at 8:30 in the morning. The singing is too hard. And Nancy, you were like, I will. And you woke up at like 8:25, showed up at the studio and did your song in one take with hype up. Yeah, always. I can sing anything at any time of day. Yeah.
Well, that one didn't matter. I mean, that was no, it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard.
Uh-huh. Anywho, you still got it.
I don't remember. I didn't get to do it long enough for me to remember.
Good point. Right, so we're going to see what's going to happen. So this is Penelope. So imagine Ken Jennings with a literal full bladder at this moment.
All right. And listen, if it sounds, if the sounds really weird and bad,
we'll wave to you.
Okay, we'll start over.
Too much of that, that'll just throw me off. You probably just better listen to me sing it weirdly or badly or with music too loud. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Just go for it. Who cares? Hey.
Hi, I'm getting my sweater.
Hi, Jennifer Cody. Why is he struggling with you? So silent.
Start over. I can't. Hold on. Times are hard, our cash is tight, you've got no right. I've heard it all before. Justice once is once too much, because once you've onced, you'll want to once more. I run the only toilet in this part of town, you see. So if you gotta go, you got to go through me. It's a privilege to pee. Water's worth its weight in gold these days.
Perfect.
Ken is still holding it.
That's so defeated.
Ken is still holding it.
Nancy.
It just stops.
Is it on like power saver battery?
No, it's not the battery at all.
All right, we're just gonna go for it.
Times are hard on that right. You've got no right. I've heard it all before. Justice once is once too much, because once they've once, they'll want to go through me. As if you didn't know. It's a privilege to pee. Water's worth its weight in gold these days. No more bathrooms like in olden days. You come here and pay a fee for the privilege to pee. 20 years we've had the drought, and our reservoirs have all dried up. I take my baths now in a coffee cup. I boil what's left of it for tea. And it's a privilege to pee. The politicians in their wisdom saw that there should be a law. The politicians taxed the toilets and made illegal public urination and defecation. So come and bring your coins to me. Write your name here in the record book. The authorities will want to look if you've been regular with me. Have you paid the proper fee for the privilege to pee? The good Lord made us, so we piss each day until we piss away. The good Lord made sure that what goes in men must soon go out again. So you're no different than from lowly me. And I think I'll charge you twice. Or better yet, have you arrested, since you prefer the law gets tested. And in Urinetown you'll see why it's dumb to fight with me for the privilege to be. Jeez, that was crazy.
That was amazing.
I had to poke my phone like this the whole time.
Okay, Nancy, I had a video. Just Jennifer. Every time you hit the high note, Jennifer would go. It's so cute.
Well, because she has those earbuds in, she's probably like, "Yeah."
It was amazing. Okay, we gotta teach you.
I can't really grimace, but I have to.
You still got it. That high C was amazing. All right. In conclusion, you still got it. Hunter, Nancy's available.
Hear.
Oh, you can't hear? This always happens.
We're breaking up.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Hunter, that was Nancy's audition for Urinetown.
Okay, she's in.
Yeah. Just want to make sure you know that she still got it. Original key.
Still got it.
I am a
Thanks for coming in, Nancy.
That's all we need right now. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
So, Stars in the House is twice a day tonight, 8 p.m. We've got the cast TV show One Day at a Time with, by the way, Rita Moreno and
Norman Lear.
so excited.
Whoa.
Wow.
We're also doing Plays in the House. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. is The Little Dog Laugh with the whole original cast, including Julie White and Johnny Galecki. Nancy, it'd be great for you to do one of those Donald Ives plays that you did back in the day.
I'd love to do that.
David Ives, Donald Ives.
It's David.
Yeah. Okay.
I've
So
done about 10 million of them, so take your choice.
We did it this summer.
we will talk about that, dear. All right. Thank you all Urinetown people for being here.
Wait.
Thank you for donating. Stars in the House. Oh, yes. We're going to start our auction again. That is Spencer
We're ramping
Caden's.
it back up.
So that's Spencer Caden's Urinetown t-shirt. Don't
Oh.
Wait, it's never been worn.
It's never been worn more than 10 times. It's the original shirt.
So nice.
So
Wait,
Spencer,
why am I so bad at this?
It's hard because it's opposite. Yeah, there you
Spencer, will you autograph that once the auction starts again?
Definitely. Yeah.
Nancy Opal,
I
anything?
can't hear
I
Seth
promise
or James.
shout out to our PSM, Julia Jones.
go.
Yep.
Shout out to Julia. Jennifer, one day you'll hear again.
Yes.
All right, so the auction will begin again. Go to starsinthehouse.com to visit. Thank you, everybody from Urinetown. Peace out. See you all tonight and broadcast.